Basic computer functioning. A computer can be defined as an electronic device that accepts data from an input device, processes it, stores it in a disk, and finally displays it on an output device such as a monitor. This flow of information holds true for all types of computers such as personal computers, laptops, palmtops, etc. In other words, the fundamental principle of working is the same. There are four main building blocks in a computer's functioning: input, processor, output, and memory. The data is entered through input devices like the keyboard, disks, or mouse. These input devices help convert data and programs into the language that the computer can process. The data received from the keyboard is processed by the CPU, that is the central processing unit. The CPU controls and manipulates the data that produce information. The CPU is usually housed within the protective cartridge. The processed data is either stored in the memory or sent to the output device as per the command given by the user. The memory unit holds data and program instructions for processing data. Output devices translate the processed information from the computer into a form that we can understand. Components of computer system. Motherboard. The motherboard is the main component inside the case. It is a large rectangular board with integrated circuitry that connects the various parts of the computer as the CPU, RAM, disk drives, CD, DVD, hard disk, or any others, as well as any other peripherals connected via the ports or the expansion slots. Components directly attached to the motherboard include: the central processing unit, CPU, performs most of the calculations that enable a computer to function and is sometimes referred to as the brain of a computer. The chipset aids communication between the CPU and the other components of the system, including main memory. RAM, random access memory, stores all running processes or applications, and the current running OS. The BIOS includes boot firmware and power management. The basic input-output system tasks are handled by operating system drivers. Internal buses connect the CPU to various internal components and to expansion cards for graphics and sound. External bus controllers support ports for external peripherals. These ports may be controlled directly by the Southbridge input-output controller or based on expansion cards attached to the motherboard through the PCI bus. Power supply. A power supply unit, SU, converts alternating current, AC, electric power to low-voltage DC power for the internal components of the computer. Now let's talk about removable media devices. CD. Compact disc, the most common type of removable media, suitable for music and data. CD-ROM drive, a device used for reading data from a CD. CD writer is a device used for both reading and writing data to and from a CD. DVD, digital versatile disc, is a popular type of removable media that is the same size as a CD but stores up to 12 times as much information. The most common way of transferring digital video and is popular for data storage. DVD-ROM drive, a device used for reading data from a DVD. DVD writer, a device used for both reading and writing data to and from a DVD. DVD-RAM drive, a device used for rapid writing and reading of data from a special type of DVD. Blu-ray disc, a high-density optical disc format for data and high-definition video that can store 70 times as much information as a CD. BD-ROM drive, a device used for reading data from a Blu-ray disc. BD writer, a device used for both reading and writing data to and from a Blu-ray disc. Floppy disk is an outdated storage device consisting of a thin disk of a flexible magnetic storage medium used today mainly for loading RAID drivers. iOmega zip drive is an outdated medium-capacity removable disk storage system first introduced by iOmega in 1994. USB flash drive, a flash memory data storage device integrated with a USB interface, typically small, lightweight, removable and rewritable with varying capacities from hundreds of megabytes in the same ballpark as CDs to tens of gigabytes, surpassing, at great expense. Okay, let's talk about secondary storage. This hardware keeps data inside the computer for later use and retains it even when the computer has no power. Hard disk. A device for medium-term storage of data. The sound card. This device enables the computer to output sound to audio devices, as well as accept input from the microphone. Most modern computers have sound cards built into the motherboard, though it is common for a user to install a separate sound card as an upgrade. Most sound cards, either built-in or added, have surround sound capabilities. In addition, hardware devices can include external components of a computer system. The following are either standard or very common. Wheel mouse. Includes various input and output devices, usually external to the computer system. Input. Keyboard. A device to input text and characters by pressing buttons referred to as keys. Touch screen. Senses the user pressing directly on the display. Gaming devices. Joystick is a control device that consists of a handheld stick that pivots around one end to detect angles in 2 or 3 dimensions. Gamepad, a handheld game controller that relies on the digits/fingers, especially thumbs, to provide input. Game controller, a specific type of controller specialized for certain gaming purposes. Image, video input devices such as camera. Image scanner is a device that provides input by analyzing images, printed text, handwriting or an object. Webcam, a low-resolution video camera used to provide visual input that can be easily transferred over the internet. Audio input devices. Microphone, an acoustic sensor that provides input by converting sound into electrical signals. I believe by now you will be able to explain all the general computer concepts. You can watch the video over and over again to get the basic concept. In the next lesson, you will learn the generations of computers and computer languages. Thank you.